What's good, family? Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are having a blessed and wonderful day. Today is Monday, the first day of the work week. Hope you all had a blessed and wonderful weekend. Hope everything is going well with you. In the likelihood that you're having one of those days, and we all know that in this life, a little rain must fall. And you know what they say about Mondays, but we're not going to put that out there. Always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. So, getting to the topic for this video, on Saturday evening, late Saturday evening, Luka Doncic, Dallas Mavericks superstar, the best player on the team, was traded to the LA Lakers for Anthony Davis. That's right, Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis. Dumb trade. Dumb trade. Keep in mind that Anthony Davis is currently injured. He has an abdominal strain. Also, keep in mind, Luka Doncic is injured. He's been out since Christmas. He hasn't played a game in this calendar year so far. None in 2025. He has a calf strain. He's only played 22 games this season. That's right, 22 games. Anthony Davis has been a little healthier. He's played more games than Luka, surprisingly. And we know that Anthony Davis has a history of injuries. With that being said, this was a dumb trade. Let's start with Dallas. Nico Harrison, the Mavericks general manager. I think it had came out from Tim McMahon and Brian Windhorst on ESPN, both at ESPN, that the reason for the Mavericks trading Luka was because they didn't want him to. He was due for a max contract. He was due to sign a max contract extension, I think, at the end of this season, and they were worried that about some things, particularly his health, his weight. It was reported that he had ballooned up to 265 pounds, and he's 6'6", 6'7". That's pretty big. So they was concerned about his conditioning, his diet, his lackadaisical approach to conditioning and dieting. So that's what led them to trade him. But they used it, well, this dude was due for a big contract. We don't know. His conditioning, his diet is frustrating. So we don't know if we want to pay him this money. So we're just going to ship him to LA. I call BS. I think it was more so of his diet, his of him thinking that he was a tubby hubby, a fat ass. So they said, go to LA. Let's go. Never mind the fact that he led the team to the finals last June, 8 months ago. The man took y'all to the finals. Y'all won the Western Conference. Lost to the Celtics in the finals. What was it? 4 games to 2, a 6-game series. So never mind the fact that the man made 5 straight NBA All First Teams. Was Rookie of the Year in 2019. 4-1. Thank you, brother. My bad. Thank you for tuning in, brother Will. Salute. So 4-1. 5-game series. Okay. But nevertheless, he took him to the finals. But never, like I said, never mind the fact that he was all NBA first team 5 straight seasons. Never mind the fact he came in kicking ass. He was Rookie of the Year. He had the 4th highest, get this, the 4th highest scoring game in NBA history. 73 points just last season. Just last season. 73 points, the fourth highest. We know Wilt had a 100-point game. Kobe had 81. Um, Devin Booker had a 70-point game. 70, yeah, and Luka. So fourth highest. Scored the most points by a player in Dallas Mavericks history. Dirk Nowitzki didn't even have 70 plus points. The great Mark Aguirre, Rolando Blackman. I could go on and on and on. Jamal Mashburn. All these players. So he's off to LA. On the flip side, on the Lakers side, you trade AD. AD was playing center, so now in Dallas he goes back to his natural position of playing power forward. But I don't think it's beneficial to either team, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna start with Dallas first. Dallas is old now. You have Kyrie Irving, who's long in the tooth, Klay Thompson, who's long in the tooth, Anthony Davis, Spencer Dinwiddie. These are all old players, 30 plus. Yes, Anthony Davis is 31, but he may as well be 41 because of all the injuries that he suffered. Give me 1 second. I think my dog want to go outside. He keep looking at the door. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that, y'all. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. Um, yes, now Anthony Davis is too injury prone. So now the Mavericks are older now. They gotta be, I think Phoenix and Dallas gotta be the two oldest teams in the NBA. You got Klay Thompson is 35 years old. Kyrie will be 33. Anthony Davis will be 32 this year. Spencer Dinwiddie is in his 30s. I don't know how old. I think he's 32. You got these old players. Yes, you got Derek Lively, who's out for the year. What's the center name? Gaffney. He goes back to playing center. But Dallas didn't get any better. Well, they may have got better on the low post for temporarily, but you got these young teams out there. You got the OKCs, the Houston Rockets, the Memphis Grizzlies. Dallas, I'm not going to gain on them. You got some old fogies out there, and then you have a broke down old fogey. Even though it's crazy saying that because Anthony Davis is 31, and 31 in sports is not old. Not it used to be, but now it's not really old. Not in this day and age. But the way he's been injured, he may as well be 41. He's an old 31. These are some old guys. Phoenix is an old team. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, KD. These are some old players. LeBron is 41. Excuse me. LeBron is 40. 40 years old, the oldest player in the league. And you pair him with Luka Doncic. Well, and I'm going to touch on that in a minute. But going back to Dallas, you don't know if Anthony Davis is going to stay healthy or not. It's a big if, a big, huge if. You pair him with Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson. Someone said they don't think Dallas will make the playoffs. I heard that on ESPN. They said they don't think I think they would make the playoffs, but it'll be a first round exit. I'll tell you what, with them losing Luka, they didn't get better. They got worse. I'm gonna say that again. With them losing Luka, they didn't get better. They got worse. They're not gonna go back to the finals. They're not gonna win the Western Conference. They're not gonna do it. Not with Anthony Davis. No, no, no. Yes, Anthony Davis is playing great this year. Good for him. Yes, he's played more games than he's missed. That's a blessing. That's good. But they're not going to be any better now that Luka is gone. Maybe playoffs, maybe play in, maybe first round exit. They're not going to win a division. They're definitely not going to win the Western Conference. And like I said, they're a first round exit. They're a first round team at best. At best. Now going over to the Lakers side of things. Luka Doncic don't play defense. LeBron James don't play defense. They're both ball dominant. Luka needs the ball in his hand. LeBron needs the ball in his hand. So I at least Anthony Davis plays defense. I give him that much. But Luka can't stay healthy. You traded injured goods for injured goods. But it will help the Lakers. The good news for the Lakers is this: Luka is 25 years old. He'd be 26 this month. He'd be 26 on the 28th. His birthday is 8 days after mine. He'd be 26 in 3 weeks. So he's young. He hasn't hit his prime yet. He has a lot of basketball left, inshallah. And so it's beneficial on the Lakers standpoint, if you could say that. If you want to make it a case where it being beneficial for anyone, it benefits the Lakers more so than it does the Mavericks. The Lakers to make the playoffs. They will. With Luka, they'll probably be, I'm gonna say first round. I'm gonna say probably first round at best. They'll make the playoffs. First round, yeah. Like I said, you got OKC out there. You have Houston. You have Memphis. These are some good teams. Even though Houston hasn't gone to the playoffs, but they're up and coming. OKC. So yeah, Lakers maybe first round. But I wonder, is this the Lakers' message to LeBron that, hey, your time is up. You're 40 years old. This is your 22nd season. You're not going to be around long. So they're bringing Luka in to be the face of the franchise. Some people said that Rob Pelinka, the Lakers general manager, is not done making moves. We shall see. The trade deadline is in 3 days, Thursday, February 6th. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yeah, this trade is definitely for ratings because it makes the Lakers relevant again. No one was giving a damn about the Lakers. The NBA is suffering. The NBA, their ratings is down 25% from last season, damn near 50% from 12 years ago. The NBA is suffering. The NBA is taking a beating ratings wise. Uh, the players, you had the attitude of the players, with the whole thing with Jimmy Butler down in Miami, the whole thing with Joel Embiid in Philly, missing games, saying I ain't gonna play back to back. Um, just the quality of play sucks. It's garbage. No one plays defense. Everybody wants to shoot a three from 35 feet out. No one drives to the basket. There's no more low post play. The mid range game has suffered. The game is it's garbage. And so this trade, like my brother said, is definitely for the ratings. It's to make the Lakers relevant again. It is. It's just to make them relevant. But the game is suffering, and there's been talk that Adam Silver was behind this, and I think there's some truth behind that because he knew he had to do something. Oh, Luka's a big star. He's a top five. He's the face of a franchise. He's one of the greatest young players in the game right now. Let's put him out in LA, and the second largest market in the country. Y'all remember years ago, many years ago, when David Stern, 86, the Chris Paul trade from New Orleans to the Lakers? Y'all remember that? I do. They wanted to pair Chris Paul with Kobe, and David Stern said, no, 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 not so fast, and 86'd it. And people were pissed. Kobe possibly could have got his sixth championship. Chris Paul could have got his first. And David Stern 86'd it. But he didn't 86 LeBron and Chris Bosh taking their talents to Miami. I find that interesting. You didn't 86 that one. He didn't 86 that one. LeBron leaving Cleveland and Chris Bosh leaving Toronto to join Dwayne Wade in Miami. Funny. Funny he didn't 86 that one. But that's another story for another day. Another topic for another day. Now to the business side of this trade. The way it was done was so secretly because the average fan didn't know about it. There were no rumors or rumblings about Luka being moved or AD being moved. There are also rumblings that LeBron knew about it before we did, before the general public did. That Nico Harrison had already had this planned. That they knew. That Jason Kidd knew. That, and I just find it strange. This man has been the face of your franchise for 6 years. You could say, arguably, the greatest player in Dallas Mavericks history. Yeah, I know Dirk Nowitzki won a championship with them. I get it. But Luka was just so exciting. I mean, he could score at will. Dirk Nowitzki was 7'1", but Luka was just on a whole different level. And you mean to tell me y'all don't communicate with your star player, the front office? The Lakers never would have did that to Magic and Kareem. The Celtics never would have did that with Larry Bird. The Bulls, yeah, well, Jerry Krause and Michael Jordan didn't see eye to eye. So, well, Jerry Krause didn't see eye to eye with no one on the Bulls, even Phil Jackson and Scottie Pippen and MJ. That's legendary. The Pistons never would have done this to Isaiah Thomas. I just find it strange. Find it rather strange. Something's fishy. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's wow. Wow. You just broadside the man. And I know Luka is pissed. He sent a letter out or a message thanking the city of Dallas, thanking the fans, said, he enjoyed his time there. They were with him through the good times and the bad times, but he didn't say anything about the Dallas Mavericks organization. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Luca's father did a interview over in Slovenia, which is where they're from, and he slammed the Mavericks. He said they were hypocritical and disrespectful to his son. He said, y'all, they're telling lies. You say one thing, but you do another. He was very, very, very critical of the Mavericks handling of this. And I don't blame him. It doesn't make sense to me. So going forth, what are the Pelicans going to do with Zion Williamson? This kid can't stay healthy to save his life. And I told people, matter of fact, when I was in New Orleans 2 years ago, my wife and I told our Lyft driver, I said, man, y'all gonna have to get Zion Williamson up out of here. He said, why you say that, brother? I said, man, because y'all food is too good. It's y'all fault. New Orleans, y'all food is too damn good. You could arguably say New Orleans is the greatest food city in America. And this man can't seem to keep his weight down. All that jambalaya, that that gumbo, them beignets, them pralines, all that good food down there. Red beans and rice, all that great food in New Orleans, all that great food down. Shrimp and grits. I don't eat shrimp, but I used to. But all that food down there in New Orleans, and this brother can't keep his weight down. Trade him to Portland, trade him to Utah, somewhere where the food ain't good. I bet you keep his weight down there. What do they have good to eat in Utah? What do they have good to eat in Portland? Don't ship them to any East Coast cities or Midwest cities like Chicago, Detroit, Milwaukee, or Atlanta, or Philly, or New York. No, don't take them. Don't ship them there. Trade his ass to Portland, Utah. They ain't known for no great food. But yeah, he's going to need to retire soon, huh? And Zion Williamson's only 24, 25 years old. He's a young man, but he can't stay healthy. And it's all that food he eating down there in New Orleans. It's y'all fault, New Orleans. Shame on y'all. Well, actually, his fault because it ain't like y'all forced him to eat the food. So he got to take some accountability too. But what do the Sixers do with Joel Embiid? No one gonna take on that contract. That's a and these players, they get all this money. Now, mind you, when Joel Embiid signed that contract, he signed that contract, and you notice right after he signed the contract, you know what he told the 76ers? I'm not planning any back-to-back games. He told them that after he signed his contract. He didn't say that shit before he signed it. He told them that after the fact. And they're like, we done gave this clown all this money, and this man is not gonna play in any back-to-backs, and he can't stay healthy. You think Joel Embiid's supposed to play tomorrow? He out for another week. Joel Embiid is a tall version of Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is another one. Ben Simmons. The NBA, the players are I'm glad they're getting their coins. Don't get me wrong. But at what point does it come to where you're cheating the game? You're cheating the fans. They pay all this money for an NBA game to see these players, and then they don't play. They walk around in their street clothes, laughing and giggling it up. I'm like, I thought he hurt his ankle. I thought he hurt his knee. He out here walking around, no crutches, no nothing. What the hell going on? At what point does it come where you're cheating your company or the franchise? You're cheating the fans. It's just crazy. I watched the great Isaiah Thomas in the 1988 NBA Finals against the Lakers, Game Six. Game six of the 1988 NBA Finals. I watched Isaiah Thomas play on one leg. The man's ankle was this big. He could barely put on his shoe. And he busted Lakers ass for 25 points in the third quarter. Did y'all hear what I just said? Isaiah Thomas scored 25 points in the third quarter of Game 6 of the 1988 NBA Finals on a sprained ankle. Thank you, brother. I saw his ankle it was swole. The man could barely look up. If you don't take my word for it, go to YouTube and you can look it up. The man could barely walk. He was hobbling. I remember one move, Michael Cooper was on him, and I think he was on the baseline. He was on the baseline, had his back to Michael Cooper. He turned around, faded away, and I think he was on the three-point line, or he may have been behind the three-point line, and shot it and made it and fell into the crowd. Do y'all remember that? I saw Isaiah just throw up a shot and it went in. Me and my parents, we just looked at each other like, did he just make that? It's like he was like, something came over him. I watched Michael Jordan in the NBA Finals, Game 6, 1998. Or was it 97? The flu game. When Mike had a fever of what was it? Over 100 degrees. He was about to collapse. That was in the NBA Finals against Utah. Was that in 97 and 98? I want to say that was in 97. The man was sick. My point in saying all that is this. Isaiah, they didn't want him to play the game. He played in Game 7. Excuse me, my dog hear a bird outside, and so. But anyway, they didn't want Isaiah to play in Game 6, but he gave it a go, and he did extraordinarily well. He played Game 7, but he wasn't effective because he had already his ankle was badly sprung. It was badly sprung, so he couldn't rehash what he did in Game 7, what he did in Game 6. He couldn't do it. But these guys, you had to make them not want to. You had to save them from themselves. Is what I'm trying to say. Michael Jordan in the flu game in the NBA Finals against Utah. You had to save them from themselves. These guys had a will to win. Kevin McHale uh, broke his ankle or something to his ankle in '87, and they wanted him to miss. They said if he was due to miss 3 months. That man played the rest of a season on a bum ankle, helping the Celtics get to the NBA Finals. This was in '87. To this day, Kevin McHale said he really can't walk right because of the damage he did to that ankle. It never healed right. My point in saying all this, these players had a will and a desire to want to play and to win by any and all means necessary. These players here, they have a hangnail, a paper cut, stub they toe. Oh, I'm out. I'm out for a week. I'm rehabbing. But you just got a hangnail. You just got a paper cut. I'm being facetious, but it's like, come on, really? Really? And the conditioning and that the dietary things that these players dealing with now is different than it was back in the '80s and '90s. Why are y'all missing? I just don't get it. I just do not get it. But again, going back to the topic of this video, this was a dumb trade, especially from the on the Maverick side of things, because you're getting a broken down, hurt Anthony Davis, and your team just got old, and you lost your best player, probably one of the greatest players in franchise history. You trade him for nothing. You trade him for nothing. You trade him for injury prone 30 something year old player who you don't know is going to be healthy or not. Luka's going to be healthy. I bet on his health when I do ADs, but you got him for nothing. Arguably the best player in your franchise's history. You let him walk out the door for an injury prone former superstar. Crazy. Just crazy. But we shall see how this unfolds. I think it was a dumb trade. But what say you? Y'all may think, no, it's going to help the Lakers. It's going to help the Mavericks. It's going. What say you? Drop your comments below. Share this video. Share it. Share it. Share it. We don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. And in our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That'll get you nowhere. But let me know what y'all think. I would love to hear your comments. See your comments, that is. Share this video. Share it, share it, share it. Hit that like button. Smash that like button down. Hit the subscribe button. And let's have a conversation. Support my YouTube channel here and my future projects. I keep saying that, but I do have stuff coming down later on down the line. So please support that as well. Brothers and sisters, y'all be safe out here. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So please beware and be aware. Be safe out here. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon, inshallah. And y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.